Hi guys, it's me, and today I just wanted to give some perspective and make you guys think a little bit. So Tanner and I have been doing Advocare for 3.5 years, as you know, and a lot of our business was built on Facebook. And when I first started Advocare, Facebook was not an avenue that was used by a lot of people. It was kind of still a new thing that people were trying to figure out how to use for business. And the way we were taught how to use it is similar to what you guys see now. We've cleaned it up and kind of made it better as we've gone along, because my word choices in the beginning were horrible and what I used to send people was horrible, but we've kind of grown with it. And it's been a great tool, and it always will be a great tool. Using it is great to do. It's a great way to get people that you don't see, that aren't within your arm's reach every day, to see what you're doing and ask you questions. But I've been thinking a lot about it lately, and the way that we've been doing it, I don't think is necessarily the way we should keep doing it and using it moving forward in Advocare. And here's just the way I want to go about talking about it. So I want you to think about if you were at the grocery store and you saw a friend you hadn't seen in a long time, and you went straight up to them and said, "Hi there, how's it going? Oh my goodness, your kids are getting so big. Listen, I just started my own health and wellness business, and I'm looking to help people with their weight loss, energy, and financial goals. I'm wondering if you would be interested in any of those things, or if you know anybody who is. Great, love to catch up soon." And then just smile, nod, and like hope for a response. Would you do that in public? Because I've been thinking about it, and that's what we're doing on Facebook. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm not saying you have to stop, but I just kind of started thinking, would I say that in real life? And that's the thing with Facebook. You should never say something on there that you wouldn't say or do in real life. So I kind of started like thinking about maybe why no one's getting responses anymore, and how come Facebook used to be like this huge boom that helped everybody right away, and how now it's kind of slowing down with the whole like inbox messaging and stuff. And I started thinking, all the direct sales companies have started using it in the last like year or so, and they've really been hitting hard on the inboxing and like messaging people. And I started to think about Advocare from, and sometimes it's hard for me to do this because I've been in it for so long, but thinking about Advocare from somebody who is not in any direct sales company, and getting a message from 3 of your friends that's identical, or getting, you know, that message from someone in Advocare, and then a similar message from someone in Unique, and then a similar message from somebody in whatever else. You know, I started thinking about it, and I'm like, that's why we've had a slowdown, is because it needs to change. Like every so often, to keep your business going, you have to change things. And I've been doing it 3.5 years, you know. Every so often we change things. We change the way we word things, we change the way we do mixers, we change the way we promote things. Like, it's just part of business, is like always keeping things changing and different. So I'm thinking about this, and I just want to challenge you guys to think about how you're talking to people at Advocare and introducing it to people. You're not doing it wrong if you're using the little script we have written out. But at the same time, if someone's getting all of those messages from other people and you, there's nothing different about you. There's nothing different about you than any other direct sales company and any other person talking to them about Advocare. You don't set yourself apart. So what I would challenge you to do, instead of just sending out messages to people, is start building new relationships with people. And sure, it might take a few days for Advocare to get caught up, because we all know typing, you know, you all catch each other at different times, and, you know, it might not happen like that. But I've found you're going to get a lot better response just talking to people and asking them questions and getting to know them better again and rekindling a relationship you once had, than you're going to get sending them the generic copy and pasted message. And again, I'm not saying that you can't do that or that you shouldn't. I'm just challenging, especially people who have been in it a while, or maybe live in Helena, where a lot of people are now doing Advocare. Set yourself apart. What makes you different? Because like the everyone's a rookie bonus, I think that was awesome. It got everyone talking to people, but I think a lot of the same people got the same message, and I think that kind of puts a nasty taste in people's mouth about what we do. Again, it's not a bad thing that you did it, so don't think anything I'm saying is negative. Just challenging you to think and giving you perspective, just thinking from other people's shoes. So here's an example. I was sending out the generic copy and pasted message about Advocare and what we do, and looking to help other people earn extra income. And then I just decided I wasn't going to send out messages for a while and I was going to try some new things. So I did a post on my Facebook and I just said, hey, if I gave you $500 right now, what would you do with it? And I got a lot of responses. I had one friend respond and say, I'd pay some medical bills. January's been a hard month. My kid's been in and out of the hospital. So I just thought I'm going to reach out to her. I said, hey, what's been going on with your kiddos? And we just talked back and forth about how her kid was sick and in the hospital and how my kids were sick and in the hospital. The miscarriage, our dog had surgery, and her kids did this and that. So we were just kind of like talking about life and catching up because she lived in Dillon when I lived there 3 years ago. So we're just catching up, and I said, man, thank God for Advocare. I'd have a lot of medical debt right now. And she said, yeah, seriously, I have a ton of debt right now from the hospital. And she had actually said no to me a month earlier than this conversation because I sent her a copy and pasted message. She said, no, it's not for me. Thanks anyway. So I said, hey, you know what? I know you said no to me last month. Like, I acknowledged it. I know you said no. I know you said it's not for you. But if you could just give me 10 minutes, I really think this could be an awesome option for you to start paying off that medical debt. It may or may not be for you, but I truly think with your personality and all the people you know in Dillon, this could be an awesome way for you to start making some extra money from home with your 3 little kids. And she said, you know what? I don't even know anything about what you do, and I'd totally be open to hearing you out. Like, she was finally open to it because we were talking first. So I got on the phone with her. She was super interested, taking notes, watched Champions webinar. I sent her a Champions pack in the mail with a Spark, Impact Magazine, DVD, and all that stuff. And she's still thinking it over, but it sounds like she's really interested and probably going to do it. And I thought about it, and I'm like, it's because I didn't just copy and paste her message. It's because I took the time to talk to her first and ask questions and get into her life, just like I would if I was at a meeting with you, face to face. I wouldn't sit there and just talk at you. I would talk to you, ask a lot of questions, and if Advocare fit, I'd bring it up. And if it didn't fit, I wouldn't talk about it. So maybe that's the way we should be approaching Facebook now. Some of you might already do this, which is awesome. I've done it a lot in the past. I don't always just send the copy and pasted message, but I think that's just gotten so comfortable for people. Like, oh, I don't care if people don't respond. I'm just going to send it to everybody. Sometimes you mess up the name. Oh, whatever, it's fine. People are catching on. Like, there's a lot of people doing that, and I think it's time to change things a little bit. So that's what I want to talk about today. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, comment below or give me a call or text me or whatever, but that's just been something I've been thinking about. Change is good. I might even delete the files on the Team Fusion page and start from scratch because I think Team Fusion needs a revamp, and my #1 goal in 2016 is to help you guys get to the income levels you want in Advocare. I think to do that we need to change some things. So buckle up, be prepared for a ride. Change is good, and that's all I have to talk about today. So I hope that gives you guys some perspective, and have a good day.